IEM Dallas. Is it Movistar Riders? Is it MOUZ? A best of 3 stands between these two teams and a trip home.
Well, let's get into it, Jim. Oh, yeah. Side looking to speed things up over towards lane. Movistar Riders going for a 2-2-1 split. Very, very little numbers over towards the B side of things. So it looks like they've done their homework and they're expecting this A split through mid.
Certainly are, but the pace is not letting up here. They're straight into A. Deaths meets JDC, and that is the bomb plant going in. So the utility is there for the retake for Movistar. However, they need the frags.
They certainly do. Mopos looking just to try to find a line here. Back in towards the site. SunPayus going in, swinging wide. Bemis, oh, he's lucky to dodge a lot of those bullets. And it's all down to Alex in a 1-on-5. Looking for anything, and he'll get nada. 3 kills for JDC, and that's what I wanted to see from MOUZ. Because look, I called his name out. I was asking what the hell was going on with him. He's had a few rough games lately, and kicking things off in a pistol round with a 3K is great for that confidence.
It's always tough, too, when you're that player that's taking first contact, right? If things aren't going your way, your stats are just going to absolutely do you no good whatsoever. So probably the victim of taking some opening duels against, I don't know, look at G2, right, in that first match. Look at the firepower difference between these two teams, or between those two teams. It's tough to get a good rating in a match like that if you're not having the impact in that first fragging role. This is a bit different, though. I actually would say that these two teams are quite similarly matched in firepower at the moment. MOUZ certainly underperforming, but they've got themselves off to the good start here. They've got essentially all rifles. No chances taken whatsoever. There is the buy, obviously, from Movistar. And pistols can do some damage. Grouped up heavily towards mid here, MOUZ.
They are just going to be going
together
all the way in through the house here, looking to split A through CT. And a great bit of counter util coming through there from Alex, far down towards the B side of things. SunPayus has a little line between both these smokes to play with, and at this range, he's going to farm up a storm, finding 2 big kills and putting Movistar in a 2-man advantage.
Oh, that is disastrous. They've had to walk into these crossfires, and they've just been picked and pulled apart. MOUZ looking more like pulled pork at the moment.
Well, at least getting to this post-plant position. Torzsi plans for this CT positioning. Both trying to hold from here at Temple, and Bemis down on 12 HP. Has a big job ahead of him. Mofo's going to be spotted over towards the big box, but the flank is where the action's at. It's Alex coming in from CT to lock down the round. Huge round coming through from SunPayus there, as well as that 1 pick in Temple from Deaths. Very important in the grand scheme of things, and MOUZ can't string 2 together.
It was a sketchy buy, too, from Movistar, and that's unfortunate that I don't know how. I don't know how they didn't get that trade here on SunPayus. He survived for far too long, did far too much damage. They just couldn't find him in that smoke. And that's the risk that you run when you run through mid like that. There's just far too many angles to clear for T side. They're hard angles too. You've got to hard clear it. And so they fell victim to that. And now back on to the Tech-9s, the Galil, to try and fashion their way into this round. Again, in that B lane, they managed to avoid some of the utility damage, but look at that. They're copying it left, right, and center.
Oh, the lineup is there. SunPayus just strikes them down 1 by 1 by 1. And they're on a 2-on-5. This force bar's not looking too good for MOUZ. Movistar Riders, 5 alive and looking to keep it that way. What can Frozen do to stop that from happening?
Just going to put that smoke down. Try and recover this bomb. I mean, if he gets a bomb plant here, this is going to be one of the greatest thefts of all time.
Off position from Davey, just too strong. And that's going to be 2 in a row. So Movistar off to a very good start on the CT side. After having a bit of a rough pistol round, they've capitalized on for the following 2 rounds nicely.
Certainly have. So, MOUZ, no investment whatsoever here. No flash, no smoke, nothing. They've got their money around that 2K mark. They cannot afford to spend it anymore. Here we go. They might be able to overwhelm Death here. He's got the Galil. He's not the greatest weapon in these scenarios. He gets 2 though.
That doesn't allow that the Galil rather to be picked up by Frozen. So we'll see if there's a chance for more damage now. Just Glocks for the rest of the boys, and the big rotation all the way through T-spawn already. B site open for the taking, and the closest member is going to be Alex there, all the way in CT. So this is going to be a free bomb plant on B.
Frozen tries to find the timing out of the smoke in mid. In fact, they're going to get onto this B bomb site and potentially get a bomb plant with that Molotov just delaying things momentarily. Actually might be enough to delay the bomb plant. And they don't get it. They don't get it. And it is great work from Movistar to deny that plant. That could have been an AWP in the hands now for MOUZ, but not to be the case. Just going to have to go with rifles.
Yeah, swinging it short. Enough to stop the bomb from going down. Molotov comes in clutch from Alex. He's buying so much time for that rotation through. And MOUZ don't get the free plant. I thought they were going to. So in round 5 we go, and MOUZ back on to these rifles. 5 AKs. No AWP in play just yet. And it looks like Movistar, they are happy just to leave A. Looking and expecting maybe a bit of a scrim out mid. Doesn't happen. MOUZ just keeping things slow over towards the A side.
Got a lot of info here though. Death's the only player over on this side. He will be joined now momentarily. Will actually creep his way back in, so MOUZ have actually just halted themselves a little. The util is going to pour in, and all the pressure's going to be on Death's here. Oh.
Shot from torzsi to crack open the festivities and crack open this A site to play with. Davy, I think he's in front of that smoke as well. Has a tiny gap, but hasn't spotted Bemis on the cross. Can still stop this bomb from going down, and he will. There it is, now in the hands of the CTs to play with, who's coming in from that short position at CT. And torzsi, he's gone deep, maybe a little too deep this time. Headshot spotted, but not connected upon. And torzsi will be mopped up. So Movistar just playing that round perfectly.
Oh dear. That's not too good if you're MOUZ. Things look great. You got yourselves into that A-bomb site. You got the entry there. torzsi opens up and things just go pear-shaped. I was wondering if there was a gap in that smoke for SunPayus. Really wasn't. But they had to cross nonetheless. Now, Davik had that perfect positioning. Makes the Galil work too. Not easy to do. But back to pistols for MOUZ.
Pause, just ready for the aggression. JDC unable to make his way into Cheetah. The timing just not favouring him. And the molly separating the offences of MOUZ. So an easy early pick. We'll see how MOUZ play this with a man disadvantage and some deagles. They need to hit some crisp ones. Oh, Movistar don't want to send that back for free. Speaking of free, it's damage onto torzsi. Chipping him down to 20.
Mopaz again. Just keeping it nice and clean. Can Bemis and torzsi find anything in this round? Not a lot on offer. Jump spot there as well. Makes things even more difficult. That's a difficult shot to hit. But I don't think MOUZ are going to take too much away from this round.
Playing it real slow. Looking to convert some kills off of Movistar mistakes. But I don't know if that is going to happen. They're in very solid positions. SunPayus here as well. Ready for the wrap through CT. They seem to be aware that MOUZ love going through this position. Very much playing around it for a few rounds now. But you got Alex as well as sort of that backup plan who can swing from B if needed, but it's not. SunPayus locks down the fort, locks down the flank, and that's going to be 5 in a row for Movistar Riders.
Good early signs here from them too. They're keeping a lot of these rounds nice and clean. And it's, you know, showing here. Look at SunPayus. He's starting to build a lot of bank. You got MOPOS as well.
Yeah.
They're in that 10K range. So this is going to take quite a few rounds now from MOUZ to try and whittle that away. So super important gun round coming up for them. You can see they do have the options there if they want to get on that AWP. Question is, what do they do? How do they overcome Movistar? I mean, early stages just yet. You can see already Movistar are just putting a lot of emphasis again on, you know, that B lane. They're dumping a lot of utility there. They're even pushing numbers and taking a lot of information and really trying to filter MOUZ in towards A, and it's working. Even though it looks they've got the numbers advantage, MOUZ, they're just not converting those frags.
It's still very early days though. So see if the AWP is the answer. torzsi finally getting the big green cranky. We are going to see Movistar show heavy presence at mid again. Just looking to deny MOUZ any early map control towards the middle there. Frozen. Dropping that nade. Not going to connect as expected. Flash through to middle. None of the MOUZ players committed with it. And MOPOS goes for a very, very dangerous approach. The dry push through the smoke.
Ambitious.
Looking to believe in the timing.
Look, needed to believe in more than just the timing. Maybe the heart of the cards might have helped him a little. But your MOUZ right now, you've got that number advantage. You've got a bit of a map control advantage too, because you've got control of B lane.
Ooh, I like what Movistar have done though. After losing one of their B players, they've sent another across and left Death solo at Donut to play around A. And MOUZ, oh, I thought they were going to take the bait, but you can see that bomb starting to rotate back towards A. In comes all this util. Fake going to be sold by a few of the MOUZ members. That's Frozen and Dexter. Now the rest of the boys need to make their way out mid, but they're going to be walking to where the one remaining defender at A is standing, and that's Death, who's caught himself a timing. Not quite the kill though, and the molly will buy extra time. There goes the bomb, and maybe even the chances of a round. Dexter, the trade comes through, but the numbers, they've already been thinned, Jim.
It's broken play right now though, and I mean, Davik, he's got that position now with the M4. He's going to take position. He's going to find Dexter potentially. No, Dexter, just on that shoulder pick. Might be rounded out here, but however, it's just a game of ring around the rosy, high stakes, and the timing doesn't work out. Alex could have potentially found Dexter in a similar scenario.
Dexter's gotten out of dodge all the way to big box, stops the cross to sight, wasn't spotted by Alex there, and MOUZ will salvage that one. Dexter with a triple himself, but at the same time, it could have gone to Movistar.
Timing was of the essence there. Deaths does well in that position to get to. Yeah, the timing there. See, Davik could have found Dexter. But again, we're talking milliseconds here, Mac. We're talking milliseconds.
That's just going to play off one another. But will they clear close? Deaths again. Playing a one-and-done position, but had the advantage of the barrel coming around the corner. But he won't be able to pick up a thing. So with this numbers advantage and a few of those MOUZ members spotted, again, they're going to continue to throw some util towards A, try to draw that attention. But Movistar, they're not rotating.
No, they've still got a player in sight this time. That's the difference. A lot of these previous rounds, they've had two players towards Donut, maybe even just a single. With the player then back in City spawn, but Frozen actually catches MOPOS out, getting that info, going for that risky information play. So it's not working out for Movistar.
Ooh. Dexter now starting to make his move through the middle of the map. SunPayus can still stop the cross to sight flashes. Not forcing him off this line just yet, but there's still a little bit of util to use for MOUZ, and timing a factor. SunPayus at least able to bring it back to a 4-on-2 now. But he's trying to get into a position just to fall back. He's just seeing if MOUZ want to throw any more kills his way first. And Dexter not going to be able to stop this save.
They save these two weapons though. Guaranteed a nice buy into the next. So of high importance for Movistar to be able to do so. And it doesn't look as though MOUZ are going to try and push the issue so far either. Looking at their money, they're not really in an economic position to be able to do so.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a stalemate now as we wait things out. But, I mean, that's good positive signs now for MOUZ. They've been able to string some rounds together. Something that was seriously lacking for them in the early stages of this match. But as we said, it was early days just yet. That grouped approach early on. They back right off. As soon as they find that first frag, it just leaves Movistar with another hole to plug. And doing a good job of that push and pull effect. But this is, again, the rebuy coming through for Movistar. And still, I'd argue that they're in a position to put another gun round together after this if they do fall. So
we'll see what their limit is before they decide they want to save. And we'll see how the start of the round goes. Again, Movistar high preference on taking this mid control.
Fast, eh?
And SunPayus, he is posted on the line. The flash is forcing him away, but he's going to go back blinded. Catch one onto JDC. And things are not looking good for MOUZ here, who are hard committed out of A main.
Oh, they don't have control of Temple either. So, SunPayus finds another. He's even going to find the player that was close. torzsi somehow avoids that AWP shot. It's back to a 4v2. The bomb plant is yet to come in. The smokes are starting to fade.
And 2 mollies is all MOUZ have to play with. So, utility was an issue coming into the round, and they've used so much just to get halfway onto the site. Movistar happy just to play for the retake and rely on Alex to stop this rotation all the way across to B.
I think that's actually going to be the smart choice for MOUZ to take. However, you're right, such a deep position. He doesn't even need to take prolonged contact either. What do they gain if they take position here? Not too much, so it's really important that Alex actually stays alive if he makes contact.
That's the info. Smoke down, delaying utility. This T's just have to swing straight through, and that's the easiest 2K of Alex's life. 6 now on the board for Movistar, playing that numbers advantage perfectly. Information position was huge, and that one smoke, the nail in the coffin.
SunPayus plays such an important role for these guys, and time again, they put him under pressure. He stood up to the challenge. That shot on Dexter was fantastic. That is unfortunate.
I don't know. Hitboxes, jumping, you name it.
I think he just missed anyway.
Yeah. Well, again, Util going to be dumped over towards mid. And dabbing all the way down here. Towards the steps. It's going to fall away. Molly denies that boost from MOUZ. And again, things going to slow down, but frozen. Ooh. Playing a dangerous game, but he doesn't seem to want to go forward here.
Yeah, look. Could find some timing here in the mid too. David potentially could be shot in the back, but we'll back off just in time. So just looking for a way in here, MOUZ. They've got that boost going up with that AWP. Trying to just fashion an opening. But in the end, Movistar have just backed off. They're very deep at the moment. They are starting to regress in some of those areas again. I think having that player in Donut has been super important for them. The fact now that it's going to be SunPayus makes things a little bit more difficult. Should MOUZ want to transition out of this B hole? And Movistar have made a call to sit 3 on B.
40 seconds, MOUZ committing, and they are going to get that Caves control, but not for long. Alex swings into trade, cost him a life, and finds himself a huge lineup for more. Big round from Alex again. 2 in the previous and 4 in this one to put 7 on that scoreboard for Movistar.
How good is the silenced M4 in that scenario?
Oh, beautiful. You barely have to move that crosshair.
You don't have to do anything. It's just a laser cult. And, well, tactical timeout being used here for MOUZ. They need to discuss what's gone wrong, what is going on, how can they get themselves into these sites. They've tried both A and B. Very little success. And, well, I mean, Movistar are off to a good start. It's a solid start for them. As we said, the half's not over yet. There's still time for MOUZ to get themselves back into it, put some pressure back on to Movistar.
And it's still, look, very much a CT-sided map. So we won't go getting too far ahead of ourselves.
Of course not. We'd never do that.
No, never, ever.
We've never once done that.
You know, each of these T rounds is just that much more valuable. Ooh, jumping across the top of the line there, Davy. Makes his way in towards the cutout and gets a money nade. Dexter doinked down to 25.
Cash money nade.
What do we got? MOUZ all grouping up over towards A main. Looking just to use brute force as the strat this time.
Yeah, they've got that one flash on Dexter. See if they can overrun Deaths here.
Death's just ready for this boost. Up over the top, and
Ooh.
SunPayus finds himself a lineup. Blink and you'll miss it. You got 4 kills, make it 5 there in the kill feed. And MOUZ unable to find a thing there just with the digs.
If you can open up with a double as they hit that bomb site, makes things so much easier, but wasn't a lot for MOUZ in that round. Just some upgraded pistols. I think I even spotted a Zeus on Frozen at some point. Don't know how he planned to use that, but we're into the rifles now. All back on torzsi. Have been quite quiet across the board though, MOUZ. I'm looking at this this scoreboard.
Yeah.
Some of the heavy hitters aren't hitting so heavy anymore.
Well, it's hard to hit when you're getting caught running through smokes, getting traded, unable to even have a chance at shooting back. SunPayus just shutting them down on edges of smokes, on nasty lines. There's even a few times he's been blind and he's connecting, so not much you can do to stop that kind of gameplay.
Sometimes you are the boxing glove, sometimes you are the punching bag.
Very true. I'm usually the punching bag.
I've taken a holiday from that, like most things. A tropical holiday, mate.
Ah, yes.
You used to take those.
I'll take one tomorrow. I'll join you with the colourful, fun shirts.
How dare you express yourself?
Put some vibrancy back in Twitch chat's life.
Someone has to.
Exactly. Well,
This
it's a
is
slower approach. Davy again.
Yeah.
Going to be able to find one peeking through the smoke on a sneaky line. JDC. He started so strong on that pistol round, but I don't know. I don't think he's got a single kill rather, since that round.
That's been quite quiet. As we said, they're putting him in these positions where he has to take some of these opening duels, and if they don't go your way, stats don't ever look good. And unfortunately, sometimes you live and die by those stats, but that Molotov is just going to delay things a little further for MOUZ. A little bit scattered here. They're just hoping that maybe torzsi can continue to open up. They're trying to show a bit of a pincer here in mid, so a lot of pressure here on Davig.
And he's just going to be tanking this smoke.
Okay.
Looking to try and find a timing on the way out, but there's cover. MOUZ very aware of that push coming through, but are they aware of the flank? No. MOUZ connecting on a nice timing, but he's going to be last alive on just 20 HP. A little bit of time to play with, and in the 1-on-2, he'll reposition all the way back to Donut. Bemis, though, you can see, he's watching this position. He's ready. He's switched on. And Mopoz going around the damn world, back in through CT spawn, and he might just be opting to go for some exits, try and cut MOUZ off at the pass, and this is the direction they're coming. Offline.
Okay.
And Bemis, ready for it. Will he fall to the bomb? Oh, barely.
Okay, but that's still another gun out of the hands of MOUZ. That's not what they want. Looking at their money, they've barely got enough to rebuy in some of these scenarios. So it was well worked by MOUZ in the end. You can tell by now they're very familiar with the positionings that Movistar sit in this A bomb site.
Yeah.
That's how they were able to just try and dissect and work their way in. Hard clear some of these angles, use your utility to be able to do so. So the slow approach working for them. And it's now time for Movistar to take that tactical timeout. They've had great money all half. They've barely been put on the back foot. They're going to go into that double orb setup. So both SunPayus and Deaths.
Ooh.
I'm going to dare say that 2 orbs towards this A bomb site. It's a tantalizing prospect.
Let's see who's going to come out as the top AWPer. Let's see where MOUZ decide to go. Bemis has no util, so we'll see what he's thinking of doing over towards mid here. Got JDC with 4 pieces to try to throw, and usually he's going to be that point man, so See if that gets tossed across and how the dynamic of the round shifts. MOUZ playing very passive, giving up full lane control.
Yeah, we're mentioning how JDC's just been struggling a little bit. He's 1-6 in open duels. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Not having a good day at the office, or a good day in Dallas, unfortunately. We'll see if the tides turn, though. There's still plenty of time. And another map, maybe 2, after this one. MOPOZ playing the short side of the cave here. Now with that AWP shot coming through, they seem to be aware that MOPOZ has to be around here somewhere, unless they're playing a completely different defensive setup. And all 5 members still playing around here at lane, and MOPOZ not going to be cleared. That's the rough part about making your way into cheater. It's a 50-50. You've got to pick one side or the other to clear, and now in comes Frozen, finally starting to frag up, bringing it to at least a 3-on-3, trading through and getting control of the B side.
Yeah, that bomb plate just coming in. MOPOZ just, I don't know, got the timing wrong there. torzsi with that long line down towards the CT spawn will steady things. I mean, there's still a chance here. David could make this, at the very least, make this very expensive. But what he needs to be mindful of is the position that Movistar are in terms of their own money.
Just going to play the timing. See if he can tap it. Maybe be a nuisance. Later on in this round, Frozen going to start to make his way out.
Oh dear.
And he's counting down the seconds. He's counting down the time. He might be able to tuck away behind the pillar here. And Bemis not going to be able to spot him. Has to swing, reeling it all the way through. Oh! Milliseconds in it. And he's done extra damage too to MOUZ's economy. Taking 2 of those players with him. Oh my.
He's risked that for the biscuit.
I did not think he would survive for that long. I saw him swinging from CT, looking down short, but they just didn't connect initially.
I actually thought he diffused it.
I did too.
Take it. That was right there. Oh. All right. So an interesting scenario now as you look across at MOUZ. Yeah, they've got rifles in their hands, but look at the utility they've got to deal with in some of these instances. JDC's got barely anything. Yeah, they've been able to buy in this round, but...
Yeah.
Dear me. Movistar, on the other hand, they have a few options still up their sleeve. They've had, as I said, good money all half. I think for the first time now we're starting to see them on pistols, so...
Yeah. This swing back.
Yeah, I was going to say, SunPayus at least retains that AWP. That's good news for them there. He's been quite an impact player with it.
Also just casually rocking it over 3 KD. 16-5. Just fragging up a storm here in the first half. And Davig may just be tested here at mid. How's this timing? Flash going to go all the way across to A, but his position known. So that pin was pulled. The sound cue enough to lock on. The JDC there. Frozen has fallen over towards that B lane area, and Movistar have a lot of control here, so they're going to start to gravitate back towards the A side of things. Stuck in the corner, Death's not going to be able to get away.
No.
JDC finds 2. That nade from the Graves allows the trade to come through and keeps it to that 3-on-3.
Yeah, and now things are going to go out towards A, this bomb site, unoccupied. There is SunPayus there with that AWP, and he's made his presence known time and time again, but is torzsi going to try and take that jewel in the temple? And he does!
And he's been so solid from this position. Won't clear Bemis close, but it's all down to him in the 1-on-2. MOPOZ, big flank starting to come through. And he's not quite known just yet. Bemis flicks around, locks on in time, and survives. 19 health to play with Alex. Locks down the line, but Bemis swings it regardless. Retrieves the AWP, picks up another round. That is huge for MOUZ. That
is a much-needed round for them as well. And it actually makes their T side pretty much par for the course. That's what they would have wanted here. Obviously, as you said, CT sided still quite heavily. And the fact now that they're within that striking distance, at worst, 9-6, right? That's a good position to be in, given how, I guess, lifeless they were in the early stages of this up. Didn't really seem to have that level of depth that we were expecting from MOUZ here, but changing pace.
Oh, he's beat the volley.
Oh, they weren't expecting that. Are they going to scale into this B bomb site? They're on the back of it. The bomb's there. They got the option.
So it looks like they've gone off the spawn just to make that one happen. torzsi connects onto Davik, and now it's all down to Mopoz here. Lock down the cave. Walking out on A, though, is two of these members from MOUZ, and they've found this site fully free. So it is just going to be the rotation straight back through T-spawn. Maybe frozen to lurk. And Movistar have used so much util, just trying to slow down this B push. But look at the positioning of MOUZ. If they lose this round, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't think they're actually going to expect now Bemis to come through. If he decides to push, he just has to hold the line. They've got map control, they've got map positioning, but temptation surely might be there to take a pick towards B.
I feel like you have to play Bemis here. But the spacing between him and Deaths was just way too much. All these individuals for Movistar, just way too separate. SunPayus even swinging through a smoke all on his own. That's going to cost him. And it looks like it's 8-7 at the half. MOUZ salvaged that towards the end. And ladies and gents, we've got a halftime break to get through, so we'll see you just after.
Yeah, my playstyle I don't think it's similar to any opera. I have my own playstyle. Sometimes I think I have to play aggressive, sometimes I stay more passive. So I just think about my team, what the team needs right now, every round, and I just try to help them as much as I can. So I think my playstyle is kind of unpredictable, so I don't think the teams here on Dallas can expect what I'm going to do every round.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Intel Extreme Masters Dallas. We're into the best of threes, and we're halfway through the first map between Movistar Riders and MOUZ Sports. MOUZ bringing back that half to make it an 8-7 affair. Movistar leading, but let's see how they fare going into this pistol.
Well, is it going to be the same level of gusto, the same level of speed we saw from MOUZ? Not quite. So just holding things up a little bit now once they've got control. They're in the cheetah. Looking for these pistols to do some work here. Now, Bemis, he's in that pivotal position, that linchpin position. He does have the support, but it's deep in the sight, so...
Oh, and SunPayus. He's got that P2 as well, so he's that little bit more dangerous than the rest of the Ts. And he's looking to lead the charge here up B ramp. And they're slowly but surely making their way in. Sharp one found by Bemis. Flicks back for the second, and he's just waiting for that contact up ramp as well. But Alex crabbing here, not going to be able to make it past this monster standing in the middle of B.
And now there is movement back towards this A bomb site. Deaths is going to try and head that into the site, try and spearhead this repositioning from Movistar. However, torzsi, he's just chilling in Temple. And now Mopos has got a lot of work to do, but it's hard to do without your head.
torzsi feeling it crisp with that USP, as well as Bemis. Big hold from him, just dancing around the pillar in the middle of that B site. Now, into the second, MOUZ finally able to take the lead again, but they did win that first pistol, and things didn't go right in that second round of the match. So let's see if they can lock it down here on the CT side instead.
Sharp from torzsi, very sharp. No investment, though, coming out from Movistar. Do take quite a bit of damage, actually, with that utility. Oh, not quite enough, though. They are going to just face that M4 of torzsi. Frozen does a good job of keeping things clean as well. So torzsi with that nice and clean approach. So Movistar, they tried to up the pace. They copped a lot of util damage, but it gets them quicker into the next gun round, and that's exactly where they fancy themselves.
MOUZ ready with it. And let's see what they opt to do here. So Bemis going straight in for that M4. And Movistar just wanted to get that Glock round out of the way, get these AKs firing into round 18. So
can we skip to the good part?
Exactly. Just didn't fancy themselves with the Glocks in hand, and we are going to see again this battle played with fire all the way through mid. And Movistar go out. This cutout molly. Oh, torzsi over the top of the smoke, which I believe he would have blocked there. Oh no, it's his one way.
Yeah, it's his one way. Okay. Trickled it down the stairs. There's an opportunity there to find a second potentially, but it's not going to stick around for too much longer. Bemis, though. How does he find himself there? They don't know where Davig is. This could be problematic.
Oh, he's looking the wrong direction. Barrel spotted, Bemis. Oh, is he? He's not.
He's triggered.
I don't know if he can even get behind him here. Oh, once more. But he hasn't spotted Mopos making his way to cave. And things could still be very much dangerous here. Dexter just waiting to spot a leg going into the corner there. He will fall away, knowing danger could be close. And torzsi playing a dangerous game as well. Will at least get one. Just tanking that smoke, waiting for the fade through. Alex able to trade. But will he be able to get out of dodge? Spotted by Frozen, making his way back down mid. They know he's got the bomb as well, but they just need to figure out where Mopos is playing.
I have no idea just yet. I have no idea whatsoever. And, well, all they need to do now is dig into these sites. 25 seconds left. The onus is on Movistar to get a wriggle on.
Dexter with the worst weaponry, having to take that contact, allow Bemis to peek off of his first spray. Drew all that attention, and Alex cannot get that 180 flick. Onto Dexter, it's short, and there you have it. 2-3 in a row coming out in this second half. MOUZ looking real strong on the CT side.
Certainly are. They've turned things back around. A lot of momentum shifting in their favour. But even then, you know, they've been able to retain some weapons there, get some free upgrades as well.
Yeah.
So, Movistar just investing with those pistols, maybe a change of pace in order for them. They haven't put pressure on the sights early on in the piece, so they have some utility here to be able to do so. And it looks as though B is just going to be put to the test.
Util being blazed everywhere. Dexter manages to find a gap in that smoke at short, and the bomb has been dropped at long. Movistar. That is a rough position to lose the objective. They've got that sight control, but for how long?
Okay. Well, I mean, at least Alex makes it somewhat expensive. But Movistar, they got onto that B bomb site. They were Had the utility. They had it all. It was just flying in left, right, and center. Just needed that bomb plant on the back of things, but it was good work from MOUZ to deny that. And so they head into this gun round here, Movistar. Got decent utility. It's only really Alex that's sort of out too much, but this layering of utility early on just makes it troublesome to get into Donut to maintain mid-control without taking some damage. But the exchange has been good. Movistar have avoided a lot of the early utility from MOUZ. Happy to sit back and be a little bit more defensive. Wait out that early aggression.
It's funny you say that. I was looking at Mopoz's stance on his seat. He's got that big chicken wing, real high arms, real low seat.
It's a wingspan.
Yeah. And MOUZ happy just to give up this cave control. Play that 2-1-2 and let Frozen worry about mid for now. Flash in, Mopoz. Swinging early enough, but he's still caught Dexter in this slow rotation to short and trying to find Beavis here, who's just on 12 HP. Flash towards ramp as well. Man's got confidence going for a peek like that, but at least gets the extra info. Flashes again, knows that SunPayus is still posted here. And the numbers starting to rotate now with just 30 seconds on the clock. All the Movistar riders are about to run into 3 of the MOUZ members. Frozen here at long, just trying to play the headshot line. Let's see how it goes. Beamus not going to be alive to help him. Shot going to be missed as well. The lineup, Frozen, has having helping him out there. And continuing on forward, they just need to find Alex. They've heard him running in from cave and from a man down position. MOUZ. They get out of dodge.
There's no answers there for Movistar. They were on the haunches of the bomb site. They couldn't get in. They couldn't get themselves into a planning scenario. They didn't have the utility to be able to do so. They were losing all the jewels, and that's not going to work for them. They're taking a tactical timeout now, trying to discuss what on earth went wrong. And I mean, Frozen's done so much damage in this round. That's a great shot from torzsi, but nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and nothing to cover any of that cross into the site. No utility for Movistar, and that really did hurt their chances. So now, what have we got going on here? They've got some pistols, a lot of utility on deaths.
Surely just that half buy. Focus on the next round, see what damage you can do in this one. Hope you can maybe force an upset. Of course, off the back of the tactical. See what they've cooked up in the planning kitchen. Now sending 2 towards mid. That A site should be strong if the hit comes through from Movistar. And that's exactly what we're seeing. A slow approach through A main.
Some late util in the mid. Just try and keep the parties interested. However, because this deep positioning from MOUZ, they're actually set up quite well to deal with this A site. Oh, that's perfect! torzsi lines them up, knocks them down, goes for the third as well, and the fourth falls. That is a solid hold.
I feel like I saw that round in the first half, but except SunPayus did it from the same position. Looks like torzsi might have just done it one better, though. 23 and 12, really excelling for MOUZ here, especially in the second half. Started strong on the pistol, and once he got this AWP cranking, he's not missing too much.
Oh. To be honest, that's about as clean as they come for an AWP. You'll take those every day of the week. Now, fast approach. They're trying to beat the utility out mid. They do, but what cost? Look at that damage done to Alex and Mopoz.
Whoa, Beamus flashed in. Great util coming through from Dexter there, right across the top from B site. And again, Frozen locking down mid. Is that one-on-one? Alex a little bit too far away from Mopoz to get the trade, but Mopoz are ready for JDC to be getting aggro. From Donut, still a numbers advantage favouring MOUZ.
Oh, look at this. Dexter finds the timing. That push down, the exploratory mission, and torzsi cleans it up. So Movistar feel like they're a little bit stagnant. They really run into a lot of brick walls trying to get things done. They've tried to group up towards A. They've tried to spread things out. And even then, on those rounds where they've tried to slow things down. MOUZ have taken a lot of initiative on that CT side. Their utility's good. They're flashing themselves into positions. They're taking a lot of initiative to aggress. And it's just left Movistar in a position where they've never looked comfortable in any of these rounds.
Yeah. Could not agree more. Now, all of these flames going to be extinguished over towards the lane position. MOPOZ doing a good job to dodge a whole lot of the damage being thrown towards him. Deep smoke comes through too, just to slow things down from Movistar, who may have been hunting for that cave control. And MOUZ realised that, looking to play the hard crossfire here at Cheetah.
It's a difficult one to dissect if you don't have the utility. They do have the Molotov though. Doesn't actually go off on the ground. Explodes midair. However, they have hard cleared that line. So Bemis does go down. Dexter does find two. Can he find the third?
Fights for it. Pushes forward, and he hears this fourth one coming. Man's
You can't do that.
for the ace. He's even going to go for it as well. Swinging wide on the second one. Death hits him with the hard punish. So no ace for Dexter this time. And Death's still a chance in a 1-on-3. MOUZ, they are trying just to group up around him. Lock down all of these entry routes towards B. But how's the positioning for a trade?
It's got no choice but to fight. Is anything going to present itself? That's the question. Oh, Frozen posted up on that line from deep downtown. And that is going to be match point coming up. Or map point, sorry.
Hey, whoa.
We're out of the
We were
best of
saying
ones.
we're not getting ahead of ourselves. Let's not get that far ahead of ourselves.
Oh.
It's just one map deep in the BO3 here, Jim.
I was ready. I've already got my holiday shirt on back.
You're ready to get out of here.
For half day.
Go to the beach here in winter in the southern hemisphere.
Why not? We've got great weather.
Very true, very true. Well, into round 24 we go. Chance for Movistar to get into the half. They have not found a round just yet. T-side seems to be lacking in comparison to what they brought in the first half.
No real damage copped though. Nobody's keen to progress past those smokes. Movistar, they have control of that B laneway, so need to be careful though. There's a wave of utility coming through. Look at how much utility MOUZ have burned through here. Barely anything left.
They do have some very forward positions. Bemis playing a dangerous game with no one able to swing and trade, but I believe that's why Frozen's coming across. Looking to play roughly the same line and lock it down. In case Movistar come this direction and watch that bomb rotate across through T-spawn. Bemis really has to pop off from this one or things will go south quickly.
Got one flash left on MOUZ. That's it. It's all on this this B ramp presence too, by the way. Oh, is Bemis going to find the timing as they set the smokes?
Oh, freebies! The T's just not ready for that push straight down the middle, but still the bomb not spotted. MOPOZ makes his way out from cave and stops the retreat from Bemis back to site. This round, it's still alive, and Movistar getting into all the right positions to get this bomb down.
They've got nothing in the retake though here, MOUZ. This is where things get difficult for them. All that early round utility spent has made things difficult. However, Alex has got a lot of work to do.
Oh, the lineup, and Alex has made it work for 2. 3 for the round, saves the AWP across, and Movistar finally, Jim, find that round they were looking for.
I thought things were going to fall apart for them, and it was starting to in that retake. But man, Alex saves the day, prolongs things. And maybe that is the injection of life that Movistar needed.
Big performance there.
The timing.
Well, Alex going to get his feet burnt down towards the bottom of mid. MOUZ probably not going to get as aggressive this round after what happened in the previous.
Maybe not. Might want to hold on to some of the utility for the late round.
Caught in transition. and Movistar. I'm loving this adaptation, you know. Letting MOUZ just burn through all that util. Playing it slow, playing deep. And waiting to punish any of these mistakes from MOUZ. Issue is MOUZ have not been making too many mistakes. They just ran out of util and got aggressive in the previous.
That nade that Death just copped. There's nothing worse than copying a grenade like that. Because you know the jig's up. They've just shown presence here towards A though. That AWP shot and the Galil. Designed to show some presence.
Yeah.
And hopefully pull a rotation out and allow Mopos to do some work. And he has. He's found that opening in mid. So this is where Movistar have a little bit of wiggle room to play with.
Let's see how they try and convert this from this advantageous position. Bemis solo finds the first, and Alex holds the line to trade, but he's not going to be able to. Bemis really popping off here in Cave. JDC even cracking a couple of heads. And now with a two-man advantage, surely this is the round that MOUZ get across the line. SunPayus wants to stop that from happening. The lineup from Bemis has just locked down Cave, maybe the round, and we see 3 on the timer. MOUZ win with the timer hitting 0. And that is going to be map number 1 going to MOUZ. Ladies and gents, we'll break this one down just after.